YouTube is the coolest thing. I've had the chance to help many people relocate to Greenville, South Carolina this year, with many more in the process of relocating here themselves. We've got Boston, Rhode Island, Chicago, Florida, California, Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina, just to name a few of the places that my clients have relocated from this past year. Now, I love being able to connect with folks who want to call Greenville home and helping them do so. When it's your time, I'm Reed Gray, your neighborhood expert, and I look forward to having the opportunity to speak with you. Now, today we're going to talk about why everybody is choosing to move to Greenville, South Carolina. As we get going, as always, I want to thank Harrison Williamson for sponsoring this video. When you're moving to Greenville, South Carolina, and you're buying a house and you're not using cash, well, I encourage you to reach out to Harrison. He is a wonderful lender. But let's explore a little bit more on why everybody is moving to Greenville, and I'll dive into the process later about how I can make your move as seamless as possible. Number one, it makes every list. And if you're like most of my clients that I have the opportunity to connect with from my channel, you probably do a lot of research online. If so, you've seen every list that Greenville makes as a top place to live in all of our accolades. Well, the accolades are right, and Greenville is an amazing place to live. Now, it caters to so many various wants and needs, but the most special part about living in Greenville is our sense of community. Now, our sense of community is not really something that I can describe adequately, but rather something I hope you have the chance to experience. Now, number two is our location. In Greenville, we're about an hour from the mountains and about 3 hours from the beach. It is the best of both worlds, and due to our geographical location, we also experience all 4 seasons, which attracts folks moving from places where the weather is more extreme. In the upstate of South Carolina, we're also pretty well insulated from storms and extreme weather such as hurricanes, floods, fires, and tornadoes. Now, number 3 is the cost of living here is drastically lower than many of the other places where people are moving from. So when I talk to folks, they often reference high property taxes, escaping weather, cold winters. Some are seeking to be in a place that aligns more with their political beliefs, and others just want to be closer to family and join in on the hype of living in Greenville, South Carolina. Now, our city has a little of something for everybody, and that is what I love. So we have suburban, rural, and city life. Now, I always think it's funny when I connect with somebody from YouTube who's out of state, and oftentimes they think that, oh, I'm moving to South Carolina. I'm about to live in the country, y'all. And that's not so much Greenville. Like, we have that. There's places that's going to accommodate that needs. Pickens, Easley, Fountain Inn, Lawrence, you name it, parts of Greer. We have those options. Now, we also have your suburban havens where I would encourage you to look into, parts of Greenville, Simpsonville, you name it. But also our city life is spectacular. And a lot of times when people are moving to Greenville, South Carolina, their search generally starts with downtown Greenville and a radius away from there and their proximity of how close they want to be to that. So we have something for everybody, and I think that's really nice about living in Greenville. Now, number 5, our real estate is moderately priced in comparison to places where people are moving from. Now, I was talking with a client the other day, and he said that his buddy just bought a home in Rhode Island this year for $1.3 million. And honestly, he told me the house wasn't that impressive. I can tell you this much, if I'm buying something for 1.3, that thing better be a daggum castle. Now, if our house prices are your motivation to move into Greenville, South Carolina, I get that too. What I would tell you is that our median sales price generally hovers around kind of $350 to $360, somewhere within that region, but we're certainly below $400,000 here at the moment. Our market is certainly trending up, just like many other places. There's a mass influx of people moving to Greenville, South Carolina, and it's easy to see why. Now, here's what I would ask you. What is your why? Why are you interested in moving? What about Greenville do you need more answers on? What's your career path and goals, and how can Greenville meet that? What about your current lifestyle would you change? What about your current home do you love and have to have in your next home? What's the one thing that drives you absolutely nuts about the property that you're currently in? The beauty of it is I'm here to help with all of that. Not only am I your trusted local realtor, but I often play concierge as well for your trip and discovery visits to see what makes Greenville so special and how I can make your move as seamless as possible. Now, when I meet with clients, I have a process that enables us to work as efficiently together as possible, where I provide you with resources for each step of the way for anything that is generally outside of my scope of work. Now, moving is already enough stress. Now, let me help make that as easy as possible for you. When you come to visit, I'd love to help make your stay as comfortable as possible. My company, Berkshire Hathaway Sedan Joiner Realtors, we are able to provide you with a preferred rate at the Westin Poinsett Hotel. If you don't know what the Westin Poinsett Hotel is, hey, you're not from here yet. I get it. It is the pinnacle of hotels in downtown Greenville, maybe aside from the Grand Bohemian. It is centrally located right in the heart of downtown, and it's spectacular. So our preferred rate there is $178 a night, and I encourage you to check it out. Many of my clients choose to stay there, and it is spectacular. Now, when you come to visit Greenville as well, I want you guys to get the most of your visit. Obviously, I'm happy to meet with you guys when you're here. I would love to and just kind of talk about your real estate needs. But I also encourage you to take Mike Cruce's Make Greenville Yours tour. If you haven't seen that video, I would encourage you to check it out. It's on my channel. It provides a wealth of knowledge about living in our area. Now, here's what I'd say about the tour is I had a gentleman one time, and he said, hey, the tour was really good, but I thought we were going to see kind of more real estate and houses. Well, Mike is a retired pastor. He is not a realtor. That's me. And his tour is to kind of familiarize you with the area. You're going to spend 3 hours in the van driving around, learning about all the different areas. And then when you're done, we're going to sit down and you're going to say, hey, I'm really interested in Simpsonville and Greer. And we're going to be able to omit different areas that you're not interested in, all because of that 3-hour investment in your tour. So that is very beneficial. I hope that you love Greenville. Now, the last thing that I want to touch on are 2 changes as a result of the National Association of Realtors settlement. It happened on the 17th of last month, so today's September. And basically what that settlement states is, in order for me to be able to show a property, I have to have a signed buyer's agency agreement in place to even show that property. What that means is you would formally hire me as your realtor, and you're probably thinking, well, I don't know you yet. I've just seen your videos. Why am I going to hire you on paper? The beauty of it is, guys, is I can make that agreement as specific or vague as you would like. It can be for the whole upstate. It can be for that one house. It could be 3 that we're going to go see that day. I'm going to do my best to accommodate you. So just wanted you guys to be kind of aware of that. In that buyer's agency agreement, it does address my compensation and what you can expect for that. I'm happy to discuss that over a phone call or in person with you, of course. And then the second thing is, on the MLS, no longer are agents able to advertise what a buyer's agent would be compensated for their work in the transaction. So obviously, if I'm working with you guys, you're moving to Greenville, South Carolina, I would be your buyer's agent if we had the chance to work together. Basically what that says is, if I go look at 123 Main Street with you guys and you say, oh my God, I love this house, this is one I have to have, I can't go online and say, oh great, they're paying me 2.5%, they're paying me 3%. I have to make a phone call. It's all negotiable. And just wanted to put that out there. So 2 kind of big changes that we've experienced in our industry. If you're looking for more information or clarity on those 2 things, give me a call. I'd love to talk. Anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you have watched our channel before, comment below. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you next time.